Well, good afternoon. How are you doing today? Now, we're going to talk about a lot of things, so you're going to need a tablet and a pen, all right, as we begin. So let's understand a couple of things, what we need to do. I got to get out my magic wand. In other words, my BS meter. There's so much garbage out there, it's ridiculous. Okay, on TikTok, YouTube, and Google. Let's talk about the truth. Let's talk about how to get you to the American dream. All right, now understand what the American dream is: living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. Anybody sues you, they get diddly squat. Now I want you to understand something. Okay, you're gonna have to fight for what you want. All right, so there's not easy things. Now there's no rules and tools, so you're missing them all. Now understand something. That's the IRS rules. All right, we're gonna talk about IRS. We're gonna talk about FBI. We're gonna talk about you. No pictures, no recording. Now let's understand. We have a problem. Yesterday, the stock market dropped 1,000 points. Okay, then you got these people like Mark Cuban, all right, Grant, and this other guy, basically Ramsey, going, you should tear up all your credit cards and throw them away. How the hell are you going to get through yesterday? You see, the reality is people lost money, all right? They're staying for the long haul. You had no choice. You pull out, you lose your shirt and probably your pants too. So let's play, but let's understand something. We're going to talk about the truth today. Now, I end up rhyming all the time, sorry to say, but it's true. We're going to talk about corporate credit. We're going to talk about you. Let's draw the diagram in front of you. Let's do that. I want you to understand Chase Bank sued Zelle today, and they own part of Zelle anyway. Chase announced they're shutting down 200 more locations. So did Wells Fargo 400, okay, B of A 400, and US Bank 200. So what does this mean? Banks own locations called branch numbers. So we have to understand something today. Corporation owning a corporation. That's called a subsidiary. So let's think about Bank of America. They're bankrupting 400 more locations. By the end of this year, it'll be 8,000 of them. Now, how do they do that? See, you forgot a big point in life about we the people. Ronald Reagan had it right. We the people tell the government what to do. This system was created for we the people. But again, corporations file bankruptcy and branch numbers. And what do? See, Bank of America doesn't own the locations. They lease them for 100-year lease. So they're going to bankrupt 400 more. Ow, ow, ow. They're going to write off from their taxes and take all the money. And then the landlord is going to write it off as well. We have to understand, if we really want to get to where we want to go, how do we play the same game that they do with no intent to do fraud? So the ultimate goes like a corporation. A corporation with a division. See, this is a corporation and a division. I invented division process in 85, 86. This gives you more chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Saying that for about 40 years. So let's understand something today. You didn't give yourself a second chance, and that's the problem. You allowed yourself to get one SSN by signing a form called SS5. So let's understand. We're going to look at the banks. All right, Bank of America, Chase, US Bank, Wells Fargo. Then we're going to think about Sam's Club and Walmart. Well, Walmart was fined $55 million. Ow, ow, ow. No, they wrote off on their taxes. See, big companies, no matter what they do right or wrong, they write off from their taxes and get away with it. Actually, they do what they're allowed to do. So what do we get to do? Well, let's think about Geico. One of Warren Buffett's companies that never likes to pay their dividends and pay the money anyway in a claim. You have to sue them to get your money. But it's one of Warren Buffett's companies. Anyways, pays more tax than anybody. So the reality is very simple today. Okay, 11 cities. So how did 11 cities file bankruptcy and wipe out their debt? Listen carefully. 11 cities filed bankruptcy, wiped out their debt, stayed in business. What happened about you? You wiped out your debt by filing bankruptcy and bringing the damn pain home. All right, you didn't give yourself a second chance. So it goes back to you basically doing one thing. Find a mirror today, look at it, stare at it. You're responsible for you. And that's what you have to understand. So understand, they're all in business still. Here's your problem. Your problem is you, okay? We're going to talk about partnering with me, and I'm going to make you a millionaire or a billionaire. But you got to do what I ask and tell you to do. Stop bringing the pain home. Okay, here's a problem. You bring the pain home because you jack up your credit. You dropped the score, didn't have a sticky. Drop your score, can't get any more, backed yourself and family in a corner and honked your house. I call that stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. Sorry, that's just the truth. So we're going to talk about you being a CFO for you and your corporation. We're going to talk about millionaire to billionaire. All right, the goal is going to be up to you as we do all these things today. We're going to have to look behind the curtain. Your problem is you allowed someone to tell you how to start your credit file. Okay, literally, the inquiry, the cosigner, this and that, the secure card. The reality is that's not how it really works. But again, you got away with what you did. No problem. As we play this game, no problem at all. So let's understand what we get to do today. If we take the time to look behind the curtain, we understand how it works. Why? Because all corporate credit is a write-off, interest rate, and credit card. See, you today, all right, you receive money and you're tax, and probate when you're dead. The time of death at the hospitals for the state and federal government. And you don't understand this. You didn't connect your dots. So that means when you're dead, you can't take it with you. They want to make sure your friends and family can't take it either. But then the corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. So what it is what? You tax, and probate till you're dead. All right, tax ID, don't pay tax till you're profitable. So if we understand how to repackage your life, and let me do it for you, with you, you could actually change your life if you want to. But you're going to have to look behind that curtain. You're going to have to change what you think in your mind, or your brain, how you perceive things. I'm one of the few. I'm not one of the many. Write it down and say it. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I don't want to be like you. Hell, why would I want to do that? Most of you bring the pain on because you don't pay attention. And that's your own damn fault. I've been teaching and preaching for 47 years. Where the hell you been? Oh, you out there going to listen to blah, blah, blah? I'm going to give you rules and tools to change your life. So I'm one of the few, not one of the many. Hell, I want to be like anybody else. I write my own song. I write my own story. Now understand. All right, I got used and abused as a kid, and it sucks. My motivation was to get out of hell. That was my motivation. Torrance Library, okay, next to the Torrance Police Department. All right, 2 years studying, looking at books again and again, because I heard a corporation's a legal person. What did that mean? The librarian was rude. She walked away. I wrote a blueprint, and I wrote what's called the blueprint for success. And now they're all trying to copy it on TikTok and Google all the time. Oh, well, I own the rights to it. Should I sue them all? All right, put them out of business? They're all wasting my time and energy. But I also created a blueprint. My blueprint as a little boy was called See It, Believe It, Go Get It. I started my first corporation, believe it or not, when I sent away $10. $10. The Secretary of State of California. You can find my name on a corporation a long time ago. So understand, a corporation's a legal person. It cost me $10. Some of you call one of my call centers and go, I don't have a corporation, I got an LLC. Do you know how stupid that makes you sound? Because an LLC is a corporation. You spent thousands of dollars for an attorney, CPA, corporate service, and you didn't learn diddly squat because you're falling like ducks and sheep. You're not a duck, you're not a sheep, are you? Should we go bah, quack, quack all day? Let's understand, I want to repackage your life. You want to partner with me? I'm going to drag you up the hill, get you to a million, 100 million to a billion. But you have to play my way. I think your way sucks, to be honest with you. Sorry, but it's true. Do you want to be a millionaire? You want to make a snowman? Yeah, it's the same crap. Do you want to be a millionaire? The answer should be no. Hell no. Hell no. If I'm a millionaire, I'm tax, and probate when I'm dead. If it's a corporation, I don't pay tax, so I'm profitable. So do you want to be a corporate millionaire? Hell yes. That's the goal. This is just some goodies I obtained, about 150 million there. Okay, let's play. Now, foundation and structure. I got an LLC. I don't have a corp. I got an S corp, get C corp. Who gives a crap? The bottom line is the corporation, all right, is just a legal person. It says it may sue or be sued. So the one you pick, you go to my level 1 in education, analyzation, and all these classes, and you learn the different type you like to feel comfortable with. I got an LLC. Good. You should have turned it into a 1244 S corp. I got a C corp. All right, 1244 S corp. You see, the S corp doesn't pay any tax till it's profitable. Usually it's $3 to $5 million. So again, structure is the key. Corporations aren't there to protect you. They're there to receive money. Supreme Court says so. Money, because you don't pay tax till you're profitable. Without your structures and rules and tools, good luck. I mean, come on, let's be honest. How old are you today? Okay, look at your age. Hey, let's understand what's happening in your life. Look at your past, all right? You're getting older, slower. Hell, you're not as pretty as you used to be. You've been trying to get there all along. All you got to do is listen to me and get your rules and tools. But guess what? You did it wrong. So we're getting older, slower, not as pretty as you used to be. You got 50 more years if you're lucky. Let's make it count. Now, let's take your life today and let's look at some goodies and see what you want to do, okay? In other words, we're going to need a list. It's called the goal list. That's okay. Everybody talks about it. But you have to write down the steps behind the goal. Every goal has rules and tools and steps. So what we have to do in the beginning, we have to look at today. We have to dissect you. That's right. We're going to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. We're going to dissect everything you do, past, present, future. We're going to do it my way for a while. Hell, why not? I make millionaires and billionaires all the time. Okay. We take that basically, mirror. You look yourself in the mirror and put yourself in check. I mean, let's cut to the chase. You woke up today, the same routine you did yesterday. That sucks. You rolled out of bed, oh, brush your teeth, go potty, get your coffee. You do the same crap every day this damn week, and you did it last week. Until you change you, here, good luck with that. Look in the mirror, put yourself in check. That's right, check. Tomorrow, get your butt up 1 to 2 hours earlier every day. Find your me time. Find that time you can read or meditate. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. Look at yourself in the mirror. Who's in charge? Who's in charge of you? You. I look at it as God and you. Simple. When are you going to take charge? When are you going to change the way you do things? Because doing the same routine sucks. But the reality is you are who you think you are. And that's the mindset. You're who you think you are. So it's like my coaching programs, okay? Everyone in coaching gets to 750 at 800 score. Everyone in coaching gets to a point they get to up to $1 million in credit. And then they get all this way in knowledge how to play the game. Then I have to talk to their CPAs and attorneys and explain, what's a division, how to do this and that. I've never seen so many people get screwed over by so many people. It's ridiculous. The average CPA and attorney don't know anything about the division process and diddly squat about a business. They know how to file a tax return. Hopefully they get that done right too. But again, all right, extra bonuses and extra goodies. So let's break it down. What is your goal today? Okay, you got your goal list, right? I want the car. What the hell? Stop it. Okay, it's not going to be like Grant that just showed off today. I got a watch that costs $500,000. Is that stupid? It's only worth $200,000 now. I mean, you would piss away $500,000 for a watch that didn't keep its value, and the reality is you're bragging about it. That makes you look so silly and foolish, to be honest with you, in my opinion. So let's talk about the reality of goals, real goals, okay? All right, this list needs to be put aside for the moment. Why? Because the only thing that matters is income. Write it down. You need $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month income. It needs to be monthly. Now let's understand what I did for me. I'm 17 and a half, Orange Coast College, didn't go to high school. All right, I'm driving a Lamborghini. I got my 22,000 pay phones. I got basically 19 houses. Wow. They told me I couldn't get number 20. What the blank? They told me I'm a loan to value problem. How'd you get 19? So these ding-dongs that are experts, yeah, right. I transferred my properties to my divisions. I freed up my loan to value problem. What was I focusing on? Income. When I put in my book 47 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3, financial freedom, cash flow free up your time. It's in my damn book. Okay, someone tries to steal that too. What else is new? There's copycats everywhere you turn around. Okay, so today, put yourself in check. What are you going to do? Look in the damn mirror. Who's responsible? You. When are you going to take responsibility? Let's say today, because yesterday you did the same thing you did the day before. You've been having all these damn reruns. You want to play with me? You better get real. Okay, we're going to get to million to billion. We're going to kick some asset. And if we get knocked down 1,000 times, we're getting up at 3,001. The only thing stops you is you. Well, you going to feel sorry for yourself? Nobody cares at the end of the day. So let's understand something. Change your routine. Mondays, 6:12 in the morning. You know what I get a list of? I get every repo list out there. Car, boat, house, apartment complex, and duplex. When I have my 3 yachts in my backyard, everybody goes, why'd you have 3? 2 of them I got because they were repossessed. And I would lease them on the weekend for $5,000. Why not? The payment was $700 a month. See, people don't see what they really see. Oh, you got the yacht. Oh, goody. I only want the big one with the helicopter on top. Hell, I want the other one, so I don't need it. But I like to play. Called a business trip. So the other 2 yachts, hell, I would just lease them out on the weekend. Would you like a captain too? Would you like some dinner? See, that's called money. When you're making money, it gets you the honey. So let's play. All right, how about we get a probate list and assets? How about divorce list, bankruptcy list? See, you got to find a way to get out there and get the goodies. Maybe you want to sell on Amazon and eBay and get some supply and vendor credit. Without structure, you're kidding yourself. Come on. A corporation's a legal person. I got an LLC. I got to stop. Stop the crap. LLC or C Corp should be S, period, till you get to $3 to $5 million friggin' dollars, period. Because there's no tax till you're profitable. Corporation's credit, hell, it's a damn write-off. Again, you're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a raise. All right, quit jacking up you and your family and dropping the score. Can't get any more. That's called stupid. You're not stupid. This is a write-off. Let's let it finance itself and write it all off. Okay, and if we screw up a division, let's go get another one and another one, but no intent to do fraud. Your corporation needs foundation. It needs divisions. It needs $1 million of credit. All right, it needs checkbook money, supply, and vendor money. Without that, you're kidding yourself. You've been trying all your life. Come on. I mean, some of you, what, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30? You do it my way within 36 months, I guarantee you have up to about a $10 million company. Just don't think, just do what I tell you to do. The more you think, the more you screw it up. There's a reason I got literally 32 million millionaire clients and 50 million people in my database. Okay, being at the Bonaventure, 32 years every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Okay, being the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles too. See, I got no BS to give you besides the truth and drag you up the hill if that's what it takes. But again, let's think this today. Let's pretend you're going to hear and turn these suckers up. Let's take corporate credit. Why don't we take $5,000 off of a credit card? Let's do this. Write it down. Google brand new house, $100,000 below. Google it today. We have 14 states that'll get you a brand new house for $100,000 or less. Literally, no. What do? Why don't we put it on a damn corporate credit card? Why not? All right, you can put $5,000 down. $5,000 down. It's not even your damn money. All you do is maintain the payment. All these people don't get through your credit cards and all this. Come on. How the hell do you get there if you don't finance it? Everyone talking blah, 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 they finance it. All right, Mark just refinanced the whole, right? What, stadium? All the pieces. It's not paid for. All right, let's understand. They're going blah, blah, blah to you, and you need the rules and tools to get there. So understand, if we take $5,000 off the card per entity, and that's for the goal we want to do, per entity. So why don't we buy 3, okay? So let's understand. Let's break it down. You waste $50 every other day. That means you piss away $50 every other day. All right? That's $600 a month. 50,000 of corporate credit is $600 a month. For what you waste, or what I'd say piss away on a monthly basis, you could get those properties, 3 of them. Corporation, 3 divisions, 3 houses. Why not? But again, that's your problem. Why not? Huh? $5,000 on the right credit card is $50 a month. What are we looking to do? 10,000, 100,000 a month. That's your goal. That's what your goal should be. All right. Oh, you go over to Texas. They got properties too. Let's still go spend 300,000. We're still getting what? Section 8, or we're going to have some office written for us, a management company, real estate office. So this is called partnering into business so I can get you where you need to go. And what is our goal? 10,000, 100,000 a month. You have to enhance your income and replace it, but it'll be up to you. Now let's understand something. Let's look at this. You buy a house, you flippity-dippity-do. All right, you have the buyer's a liar, the agent's a liar, the broker too. The guy that's called the contractor, guy or girl, they hire the subcontractors outside Home Depot, and they're going to sign a contract with a smiling face. They're going to cut every corner they can. And then you're stuck with the aftermath. And if they don't pay their vendors, then you get that mechanics lien on your property and you're screwed even more. Oh, goody. So understand. Here's a brand new house, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, $165,000. Oh, here's $250,000. Here's $325,000. Shouldn't we take a corporation with divisions? See, I got tired of doing flippity-dippity-doos by the time I was 21. Hell, I want to be the damn bank. That's right. I wrote the book, I'll Become the Bank. Buckets of money and tax balancing. So you can play the right way to win. Isn't the goal to play the game of business to win? Well, that was my series that I first started. Play the game of business, win the game of business. Wow. All right, you go to the expo, you're stuck. Which one do you pick? Good luck with that. I wrote books on laundromats, dry cleaning, storage units, and real estate all my life. And that's what I did. I did boring business. I didn't want to run a business. Today, dry cleaners don't actually, a lot of them don't dry clean clothes. They're a storefront. There's a factory that does it for them. So a dry cleaner on every other corner. My client, I helped him get 3. We partner up. We got $63,000 a month. Is that okay? How about the dry cleaners? How about the laundromats? I did too. I wrote books on all of these things. I've done it all my life. Oh, this one, he got us $30,000. Oh, that's not enough. I need $100,000. So I need 3 more locations. You see, that's how you make the money. You multiply even the storage units as well. I like these kind of business because they're boring as can be. But again, it's up to you. How about we look at a Jack in the Box? How about a couple of gas stations? All right. How about we own it? Don't run it. How about we look at it when I had my 22,000 payphones? I was buying routes after routes. And it's like, are you kidding me? Well, the cell phone put it out of business. What do we do now? California 2 weeks ago, went nationwide and says we're short 1 million units. They want someone to invest and get 1 million more units at EV charging stations. Isn't that kind of making money to honey? You see, the honey is basically the American dream. And that's what you got to focus on. How do we get to where we're trying to go? But again, the goal is to be an investor, making money to get the honey. Now, I'd like someone to drive you around today. I like to have someone drive you around, you're in the passenger or the front seat. I want you to remember the visor has a mirror in all cars. Why don't you basically man up, woman up, be responsible, and look at all the things around you and go, why the hell don't you own them? Why don't you own them? What is wrong with you? Why don't you own them? I don't understand. Shouldn't you own these things? Shouldn't you collect them like I have since I was a kid? Isn't it fun? But again, somebody owns them. Why not you? It's simple. Now, how are you going to go get it? Oh, we're going to get the money. Let's tear apart our credit cards. Let's throw the suckers away, like Mark Cuban said the other day, or Ramsey, or all those silly people. How are you going to go get it now? Good luck. We're going to use their corporate credit to write it all off. We're going to tell you the truth of rules and tools. We're going to play my way for a while. Now, if you ever want to retire, then Ramsey says, put $100 in a month since you're 25 till blah, blah, blah age. Now you got $1 million. Even the IRS tells you if you're ever going to retire, you need $5 million. What do you think it's going to be from now, 20 years from now? So $1 million is nothing. It's like pocket change anymore. You need 5 million, Mr. Ramsey. So let's understand. What I want you to do today is walk through your house and list all your goodies. Walk to your office, list the goodies as well, because here's the problem. All your assets are where they're going to go when you're dead. You see, we know a house has a deed of trust, car has a pink slip. When we die, what about those goodies? They should be tied into a UCC1 irrevocable trust. Write it down. I'll even show you too. You can even Google this today. So let's think about something. If we file in UCC1, we could call it a chattel mortgage and borrow against our own goodies. Would that be okay? I'm going to tell you, we're going to build you up like Humpty Dumpty, get you to $1 million to $1 billion, if you allow me to, and then you're going to plan to live, going to plan to die. Irrevocable trust. UCC1 in your assets. 19 ways to file that thing too. So if we play the game when you're dead, guess where your goodies go? My kids are not going to pay inheritance tax or anything else. They just basically, when I'm dead, they become the president of all the goodies, and they don't have to pay tax. They control the corporation that lives forever, just like you should. But again, irrevocable trust versus revocable trust. I want the irrevocable trust, all right, for the assets and all the good stuff, because it owns it. But again, you do what you want. We're going to play my way for a while, so we can play to win. Okay, take a picture of this page. I know I said don't take pictures. This is one I want you to. Click, click, click. Should we not use a type of business like this to get up to that 100,000 a month? They don't say it's a lot of money, because it's not. See, 100,000 a month is $1.2 million. IRS says 5 million below a small company. So again, we're not looking at a lot of money. What do we get to do? Let's say we're going to go after this apartment complex. Okay, are we going to go after the apartment complex, see seller finance? There's a way. DSRCR loans. Okay, there's a way. They want 10% down. Okay, we can negotiate that too. So let's think. They want $3 million for this apartment complex. They want 10%. What happens is now you have a new loan. Okay, but then you have a problem. Your problem is your tenants. They can slip, fall, and sue you and kind of screw you up. But you got $13,452 a month, good positive cash flow. The reality is it only takes one turd to sue you and mess you up. What is the ultimate goal? I want you to split the units. I want you to basically understand, all right, the assignment of a mortgage. When you reverse the liability to them, all right, off of you, all right, they can't sue you, but you can sue them if they don't pay. The next thing is we turn a lot of things into notes. Now that's $76,800 a month. Is that better than 13? But that's 30 years. So again, maybe we'll look at the apartments we play with all the time. Maybe we're going to look at, DSC or loans. Maybe Section 8. Maybe we're going to do this or that or put some money down. Either way, we should be in control using the corporate credit. Then we write it all off. See, debt offsets taxes. So we could play my way for a while. You see, here we have 66 units. No, they had 64 units. All right, what do we break down? Liability. 66 what divisions? Because I have to receive the first loan and I get the apartment complex, 64 units. Now, I'm not going to guarantee as me, the person. I'm going to guarantee me as the division of me, guaranteeing that. And then I'm going to have 64 divisions. Every one of those tenants need to sign a different lease. All right, that's right. Every lease will be different. So if they have the one to sue the management company, they sue the piece, not the whole. That's to go how to become the bank. We could play. Now this is just a couple goodies up to $500 million. Let's have some fun. But again, we get to play almost every day. So guess what? Let's play some more. Now, God's gift. I heard something the other day. This guy named Grant said, don't buy a house. Da, 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 da. The man owns 8 houses. All right. So don't buy a house. You don't want to waste your money. Do you know what a man is? Okay. A man, me, husband, father. Okay. If I don't buy my wife her home, her house, all right, she's going to make a home. She doesn't have peace of mind. So these people going, I'm going to make all the money to have my wife happy. That makes no sense. A man must purchase, okay, all right, the house. The wife will make it a home. She's got peace of mind. Now you can conquer the world. If you got a happy wife, you got a happy life, you can go conquer the world. When she's stressed out, hell no. So what they say is blah, 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 in my opinion. God's gift. How about that for my wife? Isn't that fun? Oh, by the way, you have properties in all 5 islands too. And what do we get? Race boats and yachts, say the Ray Reynolds University.com. Why not? The extra yachts, I lease them out on the weekend. $3,000 to $5,000 a weekend? Hell yes, why not? See, money gets you honey. Now, the honey is the idea, the goodie, the house or the goodies what you want to do. That's the honey. Now, here's the Duffy. Every Friday night, I'd cruise over with my wife to Captain Jack's Steak and Lobster and cruise right back. How romantic can that be? I got my money. I got my honey. You'll think about that too. We play. Here's a $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini. Hell, why not? Here's the keys. So this is basically what I did, but I don't overdo it too much. I got to make money. So let's think about Lamborghinis, buildings, and helicopters. But again, may I accomplish my goals? I had a problem in school because I didn't get a real mommy and a daddy. I can write with both hands and talk at the same time. They said I was retarded. They found out I got an IQ of 203 at T-Weaker Junior High. Hell, I'm kicking the basketball hoop at 14, and I kicked the door jam at 10. But you can't do this. I just kept proving them wrong because I just thought they were stupid. All the grown-ups, by the way. So understand, I found out in research that my grandfather, who didn't give a shit about me, was Richard Bishop. That's right. Coach Bishop from Roosevelt High. They made a movie after him too. Wow. He won the Olympics in 32 in gymnastics in Los Angeles. Oh, well, he didn't care about me. So understand, Guinness Book of Records comes out that night. He pissed me off. Where's the lights? I kicked out the lights. It was only 13 feet. Is that good? So I accomplished my goals. I got no BS to give you besides the truth. It will set you free. All right, hear no. You hear the word no and you accept it. What's wrong with you? Turn these suckers up. No means one thing. They don't know how. To me, they're just stupid. Just get the hell out of my way. No doesn't mean no. It never did. Okay, you accept no? No way. It makes no sense. All right. There's 1,000 steps or rules and tools, period. And I can't find anybody teaching what I teach on the planet today. 1,000 steps. All right, 12 book CDs. Hell, I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years, 5,000 a set. It's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Is that okay to play? That's a blueprint, by the way. It's called the Blueprint for Success. We play my way. Now, if we're going to play, you got to stop treading water and playing it safe. That means I have to rebuild your personal credit up to 750. I'm sorry, I'm not a credit repair company. I don't have a magic wand. In other words, I'm not full of BS. Credit repair is a fraud. Look at Federal Trade Commission. They can't collect money up front. It's a joke. Oh, the TikTok, leak that letter. Let this lady do that. Stop the crap. You got a collection account that's going to hit you again and again and again. You better man up, woman up, negotiate the damn debt. All right, it's not going away. You got to rebuild yourself. You got to repackage and rebuild your credit. It's not broken, so you can't repair it anyway. Now, from here, we're going to get a corporation, a bunch of divisions. And what are we going to get? We're going to get $100,000 to $1 million of credit. Then we're going to turn around and get some checkbook money. Then we're going to get vendor and supply money. See, by the way, this is a must-have. You must have this, okay? Without it, good luck. That's why you haven't got it so far, because you don't have the foundation and structure. If you don't have a corporation today, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one for free. I've been giving them away for free for 47 years. Free. All you do is you pay your filing fee. And I'll teach you how to play the game and win without going, I got an LLC, not a corporation. That's the dumbest thing I hear people say every day. But understand what we're going to do is very simple. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to put your ducks in a row, and we're going to repackage you my way, because I think your way sucks. We're going to build a corporate umbrella. We're going to play, and you're going to understand what I did for Glenn, who lived in his car for 3.5 years. Brand new house, brand new car, brand new truck. See, if you couldn't finance that, how the hell is he going to get there? All right, going like this. See, when they want to say they can do this and throw away your credit cards and they already got the goodies, that's called BS. All right, here's free Ray Ricky Dicky Ross. 20 years in prison. He comes out. What is he going to do? All right, gold and platinum cards. Thomas is in prison for 26 years. What's he going to do? I got to rebuild him to get him brand new dump trucks so he can make some money and offset the taxes. See, when they say about personal credit or cards and business ones, throw them away, 99% don't have cash credit for the corporation anyway. What happens is this. We should finance the American dream so we can get it. Go to Shark Tank. I'd love to go there. I'd love to go there, Mark Cuban. It'd be kind of fun. I like to challenge and brain to brain. That's just me. See, I invent things that will make millions and billions too. We get to play my way for a while. See, they go there and they spend all the money. So they need help in hand. Oh, my corporation I started at 9.5 is called Helping Hand. So they get that, give you this away, give that away. If they would slow it down and just borrow on their money, reference 3 times 5, they could turn like $50,000 into $750,000 of borrow money. See, borrow money doesn't pay tax. So that means if we finance the dream, we're offsetting taxes as we're gaining our business to grow. And that's how it works. That's why Musk had to borrow $44 billion from the banks, because he didn't have $44 billion in the bank. Michael was a client, God rest his soul. How about basically we look at basically Arnold? All right, how about, Fishborn was good. I like Mama better. And Mr. Clinton. Now, I did 2 corporations for Ronald Reagan. He was my second favorite president. Nancy can't just say no. I did a program called Teach Our Children years ago at that time, and we turned it to the DARE program. So we could play a little bit more. Oh, here's Costner. Oh, good, here's Giovanni for Pixar. From there, we got a college professor who donates a book to me and writes about that too. Oh, don't forget about, all right, Superman for Gold's Gym. And here we go. All right, Cooking Ben, God rest his soul. I got her $1 million too. She got her videos out there too. See, the goal is I was the incorporated for rich and famous people for years. Do you realize that every movie is financed? When they say don't have credit, how are they going to finance it? Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels. Your problem is you. What did you do? Honey, we're going to start a business with our friends and family. That's a kitchen table meeting. They're going to jack up the carts, drop the score, get stuck. Hawker House can't get any more. Talk about stupid. Well, that's what people do. You're not stupid, but I think what you did was stupid. I think you'd probably agree with me too. So what is the goal? Never bring the damn pain home. That's why division process works. Okay, so let's talk about your personal credit. Did you know all cards fluctuate? That means they go up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, I'm the guy behind the scenes training Ken Yarborough at TRW and Asperium years ago. Wow. I invented the 25% rule. We take all our cards, we put a sticky in the back, we maintain 29%. The moment you hit 30, it drops. So we have to maintain that. The sticky is to remind you, hey, I don't really need to buy this purchase today. If I do, my score is going to drop and my score is going to go away. Now, the next thing is, oh, I got an emergency. I lost my job. These don't fluctuate. They're unlimited, up to $1 million. They have a pay-to time limit as well. See, this is how people, all right, for 47 years playing with me, become millionaires and billionaires. But again, that's a 750 score. All you have to do is learn the rules and tools and structure. That's Ray's rules and tools. And if you're going to partner with me, you better do it my way. If not, I don't want to play with you. You have a problem with the debt. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. All right, you can't just have a magic wand and say, poof, it goes away. That's credit repair flaky companies. Now, you might have a problem with the IRS. What do we get to do? They have a form for that too. The goal is to repackage you the right way, which you should have done a long time ago. They have a form called 656 433 A and B. Let's repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Now, here we go. I want you to write down irs.gov. I want you to set up an IRS account for you personally. I want you to see your tax returns. See, one of the creditors, because they're going to think you're using a CPN, consumer private number, is going to send you a form called 4506T or a C form. They want to make sure you're not trying to rip them off. CPNs are fraud. They were for witness protection and, all right, for people in government. All right, now, you ever had a no shit day? I mean, come on, corporate structure 2000, all right, and 9, up to $3.7 billion of goodies. There's my oh shit day. Isn't that terrible? See, my wife wants to take out one of the yachts in the backyard with a group of people. Sounds good. Let's go watch the fireworks. Someone had a virus and I got to go in a coma. My wife calls the office. He's in a coma. All right, they say he might die. Ron goes and gets a U-Haul truck to my office. One technology driver on Spectrum. Just my little building called 22,000 square feet. He's one of them. And he tries to steal my books and CDs. Tom sells my websites and my phone numbers to a porn site because I got a database of 50 million people. They're highest bidder. Now understand, I got a client that texts this to me on July 5th this year. Stay away from boats and fireworks. We need you around. Well, that was an oh shit day for me. All right. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA, steals my life. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Lucky I got a choice to come back and now even help you. So I got a book coming out called Bullshit Doesn't Pay My Bills. See, the debt consolidation stuff years ago, consumer credit counseling, my company, and all the credit bureaus, it worked. Nowadays, it's just a ripoff. From here, we got to look at it like a bankruptcy. If you're ever going to file bankruptcy, understand there's a company called Nationwide. All right, and from what do? They take the database from corporations, no, states, all right, courts, federal, all right, statewide, takes all this information and feeds it to the credit bureaus. If you were going to file bankruptcy, I'd probably tell you try to seal it. So maybe it doesn't fall on your credit file. Oh, well, I just like to give you all the options you can try, please. So let's plan the problem, because you're going to get your assets kicked. That's right. You're going to fall down 1,000 times, but you're going to get up 1,001. You're going to have to fight through the pain, by the way. So let's project and look at today's date. Let's take rules and tools and let's move forward. Let's go get the goodies. Would that be okay? All right, see where you're at 90 days with me? All right, now I got coaching people. Now these are people in this private group on Saturdays at 6 in the morning till 7 o'clock. They have $3 million of credit now. Then they have one at 4:30. They have about 5 to 6 million. What do? I always tell them, let's get in some charging stations. How about some divisions for planning or in storages? How about some bridge loans? How about some real estate? Let's do boring business. Okay, that would be the goal I'd tell you to do. And if we partner with it, I'll do all the work with you for you. Isn't that fun? Now this person is getting $26,000 a month in the beginning. Not a lot, but it could be your turn. The next one, we look at the same thing. What are they doing? Well, they wanted to get more aggressive. Here's $96,000 a month after all the bills. Then we look at the next one. Maybe it's going to be you. So we get more goodies. I like goodies. So here, all of a sudden, we want to create the income more. The division process. Here's $367,000 per month. Isn't that fun? You see, you got the ability to play the game and roll the dice if you want to. The division process. Now let's look at chapter 18. All right, this is what I heard as a little boy listening to a poker game. Corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. They said it was weird, probably true. Rode my bicycle to the Torrance Police Department. All right, in the library next door. Man, what does it mean? She was rude. She walked away. 5 minutes later, here's a microphone. Here's a book. I read the book. You see, the problem is, where's your blueprint? Where's the blueprint for success that I invented and created when I was 9.5 friggin' years old? Let's understand something. I went to that library for 2 years, from 7.5 to 9.5 years old. I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. You see where it says may sue or be sued? Your corporation on Secretary of State's website, if they sue that, they will probably sue you. You're the voice. Good luck. So what do I want you to do? I want you to compare yourself, all right, to banks and grocery stores. I want you to realize that corporations own corporations' branch numbers, and they bankrupt pieces. They take the assets and the money right off on their taxes. And your problem is you're we the people and you didn't pay attention. Your corporation has a division, gives you the line of defense. The line of defense. How many divisions can you have? As many as you want to, the way I designed it. 1, 3, 2, and 1 more. So if we played the right way of no intent to do fraud, you would have never brought the damn pain home. Well, that's your own damn fault because you don't pay attention. You like to follow like dogs and sheep. Corporations should do 4 things. That's it. Only 4. We're going to buffer tax. No taxes due till we're profitable. All corporate credit's a damn write-off. We're going to finance a business to write it off. And a car's fleet price. And then from there, you get the free buffet at the hotel. Divisions, what I invented in 85, 86. Hell, they're cheap. They're multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. All right, isn't that fun? Also, I can do basically multiple credit reports. See, we have to finance the dream. So I don't know what these people are talking about. Throw your credit cards away. Mark, that makes no sense to me. Have no debt. Ramsey, that makes no sense. How do you get there? Win the lottery, get a raise, get a magic wand? Show me. I'd love to challenge these people on stage. Brain to brain. I'll tear them apart. I guarantee that. So let's understand something here. It's pretty simple. We have to separate liability. See, if you have real estate, you're going to have a turd. You're going to have a shithead. Sorry to say that way, but it's true. You're going to have one of them try to sue you and screw you up. You need the line of defense. You have no choice. Debt follows tax ID. Tax ID creates credit report. Debt follows SSN. The bills credit report too. So who wants to be the duck the next time? You? When I set up the dashboards working with Yarborough in the 80s, and remember, Aspirin became Aspirin in 96. What did we do? I set up a dashboard that allows me for a person, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary to start a credit file. Now, one of my new books is coming out called Ray's Credit Kit. I'm going to give this kit with a little CD, all right, DVD, a little memory stick, and a book, and I'm going to set up everyone's credit file for free in all 50 states for everybody in high school. Free! Then I'm going to build their first card. We're going to give the next generation rules and tools and not follow their parents like they did, kind of being silly and dumb like you did. You brought the damn pain home. If I establish rules and tools, which I did when he started in the first place, and I do it all for free and they get their first card, I bet you we can change the generation to get more people, to get money, to get honey. See, your problem is you got one SSN. That's all you're allowed. That's it. How about the SS4? How about we play the game to win? Isn't that the goal? But in 92, I started doing this for other people as well. It's kind of fun. But again, that's just me. I've been around 47 years helping people like you finance the American dream and write it all off. Now, if you let me get your tax ID, we're going to set up the Aspirin, Treasure, and Equifax cash reports. Then we're going to get some checkbook money. Then we're going to get some lines of credit and cash. Is that okay? We finance the American dream because you're not getting there any other way. I mean, come on. At your age, you've tried everything you can. Let's try my way for a while. Sorry, your way sucks. Let's look at the SS4 compared to SS5. Do you see what it says right in front of you? Legal name of entity or individual person. So the IRS forms that I looked at, the only one I can find is this. It says banking and credit purposes. So if we have the banks and grocery stores, bankrupt locations, and write it all off, why couldn't you? It's right there in front of you. You should have did in the first place. It says our individual person. What's wrong with you? The form allows you, all right, 3 divisions of you in banking and credit purposes, all right, per entity. So when they set up, and understand, when I set up the dashboards a long time ago with Yarborough on the interior, I became Aspirin, blah, blah, blah. I think TransUnion just kept copying. They were in Fullerton, California, and Equifax as well. But here we go. This is a business credit report under tax ID. Would you like some cash? Would you like some credit? Would you like to write it all off? See, that's how you basically finance the dream. And that's what you should learn to do. Division allows multiple functions. That's right. See, George had a construction company, called it George Blaine, last name Construction. All he could do is construction. And when they sued him and his family. When you name a corp after you, it's called stupid. Okay, when you name it what it does, that's called double stupid. Sorry, a corporation should be a management company, and he has a construction division. That way he's not a duck and a sheep. You got a problem with a division, you better disconnect, isolate, incorporate. All right, don't worry, you're going to have a bad tenant. Hey, that picture that was a Dodger, he was an SOB. All right, that's not a very special person. He didn't like to pay on time. It sucks. So again, cash and supply credit. All right, so let's understand. You've been sacrificing you and your family long enough. Don't you think so? By jacking it up, screwing it up. How about we do this? Why don't we get together, you and I, and why don't we set up a line of defense and roll the dice, give it hell of a try? What are you willing to sacrifice? You've been sacrificing you and your family long enough. All right, here's what you should write down. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp of my family, and I have no intent to do fraud. There's what you should write down. Now let's compare. Who's going to guarantee the goodie, the card, the franchise, the house? You're going to need 2 divisions per asset. One to receive it, one to guarantee it. You see, you got to put your ducks in a row. And the goal is like anything else, like daisy chaining of credit. I created something called daisy chaining of credit. Even American Express helps us. See, they turn around and offer you, would you like 1 card? Would you like 99 more cards? Hell, why not? That could be up to $100 million. So we could finance the American dream off corporate credit, write it all up, and give it a hell of a try. What do you think? Remember, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Been saying that for about 30 years too. So we get to play my way for a while. Your goal is to never bring the pain home. All right. Now, here's the silly attorney. All right, my client told his wife, and basically they have a duplex. He says, honey, hey, I got this set up for you so you can have an allowance the rest of your life. You don't say that to a woman. Are you crazy? He's lucky she didn't kill him. I wrote a book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer for men. Now I had another chapter because I have 5 daughters and a wife. They got to bite their tongue too. The guy's like, ah! But let's understand what Betty had to go through. I told her husband, I said, please say I set this up to create an income to spoil you the rest of your life because I love you. She can handle that part. Now he did die, God rest his soul. The stupid attorney took it out of the irrevocable trust. Okay, now she's a duck and a sheep. If unit A or B sue, she's going to be screwed up. So what do? First, we get the attorney to give back her money because he's a ding dong. Then we look at the duplex. Okay, let's put it in a division. Okay. Now we have one loan at the bank. What are we going to do? We're going to have 2 subdivisions, one for unit A and B. And then what do we do next? We do it a deed of trust. Write it down. Deed of trust. Assignment of rents. See, I think equity sitting is kind of dumb. Let's suck out the equity, turn it into more money. So what happens? There's no equity. So what do? The duplex has 3 divisions. We get to play my way. The next thing, what do we do? Like a house, a division, because of the liabilities to the corporate. You know, it's a division. They sue the division. We disconnect, isolate, incorporate, give her the bad piece, keep the good pieces. Duplex is 3, fourplex is 5. See, it's like a division. If I'm going to think about structure, I'm going to think about my corporation, whatever I pick, hopefully LLC, C Corp to S Corp, I have to look at what I'm trying to do. If I'm going to go get a laundromat or dry cleaners, I'm going to need 19, or basically 18 divisions. 9 for 9 locations and subdivisions below. 1 to receive it, 1 to guarantee it. And then I'm build credit reports all over the place, okay? Then on top of that, if I want a storage unit, I need 36. If I want an apartment complex, I need 72. See, this is the structure you're going to need to get to the American dream, if you really want to get there, because so far your way didn't work. So the way I designed this in my original series and books years ago, corporation, 3 divisions, 2 and 1 more. That's what I designed in 1985, 86, because it was fun. By the way, I turned it into $16 million of credit. Is that okay? We built $16 million and finance the American dream and write it all off? So let's think about a division. A division is an entity under the corporation that's allowed a tax ID because debt follows tax ID and allows me to build credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax for you. That way it can finance itself. So with tax ID, after we day chain the credit, we'll get that. Then we're going to tax ID for credit reports. And each division is $499. It's a replacement of you if you screw up. Is that okay? If you did it tonight during the broadcast with me, you get 3 for $9.99, 9 for $24.99. There you go. Now take a picture. This is why I believe the banks are shutting down more locations. BofA, they announced last week 400 more. See, they bought Zelle on July 6, 2022. See, when you go to the bank, it was the cash or check or make a deposit. Now Zelle. There you go. So you can bank transfer, deposit, wire. That's how you'd send money to us as well. Isn't that fun? All right. So if I get a division under the corporation and I make that division do the credit reports on all the pieces, number 100 gets 101 A, B, and C. Now, understand, if I have 5 Taco Bells, 5 Wendy's, 5 storage units, or 5 pieces of property, divisions allow me to separate a liability. If I put it all into one corporation, that's called stupid. I've been teaching for 47 years, and that's why rich and famous people have a management company. That's why they always have different locations and a branch number. So they get rid of the bad piece and keep the other pieces. So we're going to do it my way, division process, and we're going to win. That's why I wrote Winning the Game of Business. So we play and we play and we play and we play. Is that okay? If we roll the dice, give it a hell of a try, and use corporate credit to finance it anyway, I think it's fun. So we're going to play my way. Now, it got to the point, the reason I did division process in the beginning, I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee for all my businesses. Why would I do that? No. California wants $800 per corporation. Divisions don't pay any franchise tax fee. So I had a problem in the 90s. I had up to $53 million of credit cards. Damn, but they're shrinking my limits. They're shrinking my limits. Oh, why? No. It took me that long since I was a kid to build it up. So I wrote a book called Buckets of Money. What did I do? I took $4.6 million of the credit and I loaned it out. I looked up C-191D, did my research. Corporation can loan out some money privately. And what did we do? 18 months later, all right, 41 divisions, 190,000 a month income. Now the assets behind that literally were what? $1.1 billion. Isn't that fun? Another $1 billion of equities and goodies. So you could play this way too, because every property you're going to get, no matter what they say or do, you're going to have to finance it some way. Unless you just write a check. Oh, Mr. Ramsey said he could do that. He couldn't rent it, but he could write a check. Well, I guess after all that years of blah, 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 he can write a check. Then why did he finance his house? Why is that car that he's got, I won't say for what child, that he financed it? Why? When you say one thing, you do another. Is that kind of what, two-faced? Oh, well, what can I say? This is what I did in 98, by the way. Okay, we're going to play. Then my next matrix in the what buckets of money book was $661,000, all right, per month, $16 million credit. See, money becomes a product. We can actually basically use that to get the goodies and the goodies and goodies. See, the goal you should think about is buckets of money. Buckets of money, accomplishing the goal. And yes, you're going to fall down 1,000 times as long as you're willing to get up again and not feel sorry for yourself, because we all have an oh shit day. There's mine. All right. Can you imagine waking up out of a coma? All right. Literally coma. And find out the dream and the vision I had was real. We're homeless. My wife and my kids are homeless. Damn. I'm walking with an oxygen tank for 8 months too, learning to breathe. Honey, go to Mark's place. All right, Mark's family owns Jewelry Mart. Okay, go, no problem. We need some money. I'll be right back. I'm walking with my oxygen tank, barely get through the door, can't barely breathe. Come back in the car and she says, where's your wedding ring? Where's your Rolex? Honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I lied to her today if I had to. She knows I will lie to her to protect her. That is my job. Okay, I'm her husband. I'm the father of my kids. I lied to my wife. I got $16,400. Then I turned around. I took my 3 divisions of me and I built another $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. Then I bought her next dream house. If I don't buy my wife her house that she makes a home, then I'm not a man that I'm supposed to be. That's what a woman needs, period. So when these other guys out there going blah, 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 yeah, go away, blah, blah, blah. So I took my 3 divisions of me, my 5 closet divisions, and I repackaged myself. You need a backup for a backup. The banks and groceries and cities have, but not you. You're too busy sitting there going, blah, blah, blah. That's it. That's kind of silly and dumb, don't you think? All right, we're going to play and look at the IRS, and it says line 1, person, corp, division, subsidiary. We could finance the American dream. Let's think. Here's one of the $1 million Lamborghinis. Here's the damn key. Here I got all these shopping centers, all these pieces and corporate structure and goodies. I had my Shakey's, I had my 31 flavor, I had my Subway too. And guess what? If this has a problem, a piece, let's understand, I got the Lamborghini under a division. I guaranteed it is a division of me, not me, the person, SSN, SS4. So what happens if I got a problem with that? What do I get to do? I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. I'm going to fight to save the damn thing. If I can't save it under the Federal Protection Act, you know I'm going to file a bankruptcy, kind of like your banks and grocery stores do in cities, just to wipe out the debt. When I sign a building lease, it's not me, it's a division. From there, every property needs to be a division too. The division separates liability. From here, how you receive money, SS4, no tax, is due till we're profitable. Now remember, Fair Lending Act is 12 acts to master. American Express says, would you like 99 more? Hell yeah. Why don't we finance the dream and write it all off? Because that's the only way you're going to get there. You've been trying all your life. Haven't got there yet, have you? All right, so let's play in divisions of me and divisions for each item. Now, here's your problem. See, when I talk about repackaging your life, I mean the whole thing. Okay, so here's a car. What you see is the Lamborghini and the Jaguar in the buildings. I see 1,400 divisions. Okay. See, when you buy a car, what did you do? You went to the dealership and let them sweat you for 5 hours. They flipped a coin, who's going to get the next one coming. Whoever talks to him gets a commission. When you fill out that form, literally the form, He says, we need to run your credit. You should have, next to your signature, write down, this allows one inquiry only, and you should have took a picture. You allowed them to do this to you. Why the hell did you do that? They ran your credit, you lost $20,000, and understand the car should have been fleet price, tax ID division. We're going to teach you how to buy cars like I do. All right, we're going to play and stop bringing the pain home. All right, the credit bureaus. Oh, goody. Corporation ones, tax ID, cash credit. Let's go get some money from honey. Here's a Lamborghini. Now, this is the Mercedes, the S55. This, they went at $149,000. Are you crazy? Online, you can look at basically lease or finance Mercedes, Lexus, whatever, Tesla, you name it. Your division can get pre-qualified, all right, under the tax ID. Then you can get out your magic wand. Where'd mine go? Here it is. I'm going to give myself a BS title, the procurement specialist. And I'm going to find out if they have a fleet manager by making a phone call. I'm not going to the dealership. I'm going to call and ask the receptionist. You have a fleet manager, name, email, phone number. All right, simple, fax number. I'm going to tell them I need fleet pricing. They're going to sharpen their pencil. And I did this for this one. All right, it was $74,450. Did I save a lot of money? Yeah. Well, it's a corporate car. Who's it registered? Hell, not to me. A car registered to me would be stupid. And all the bumpity bumps and all those nasty attorneys on TVs, those bloodsuckers, and all those billboards going to sue everybody. The division needs to be the registered owner of a car, so that way they can't sue you. They sue the division, and you get to throw it away. Shouldn't you protect your assets? What is a car? Fleet price, tax ID division. We're going to play. You're going to do everything my way for a while, because I think your way sucks. Is that okay? We do it the right way? Okay. Rebecca, I always figure this one comes up. I had 2 clients murdered at their front door. Rebecca Schaefer, I met her through Robin Williams. He was at Loft Stop when I met him years ago. Rebecca, God rest her soul and her family. The DMV sells mailing list. I mean, understand. I think the map for the stars should be against the law. Nobody should know where you live, but that's up to you. California, they created the Schaefer bill. So God rest their soul. As smart as you are, your problem is you get in a bumpity bump or pulled over by a police officer. Your problem is you give them your driver's license, insurance, registration, which you have to, but it has your home address on it. Isn't that called stupid? You're telling the whole world where you live. That's called stupid. Stupid. You're not stupid. When you buy a house, you buy it through the trust so nobody knows it's yours. So today, you're going to do a little homework, okay? You're going to take that driver's license, insurance, registration, and you're going to update it to a P.O. box or mail an address in your state, because you're not going to be stupid. You're going to do it my way. Now, let's understand what happens here. Mary's Ivy League education. She married her 3rd grade sweetheart. Oh, goody love at first sight. But the reality is Mary works for Apple at the time as a VP, making $250,000 a year. Mary, her husband's doing the same thing. Mary decided to start a restaurant. Oh, goody. She gave $10,000 to the attorney to look at the lease and subleases and all kinds of stuff, and basically options, all kinds of fun stuff. And then she gave $5,000 to the CPA. She used $98,000 of her personal credit. Her 800 score went to, she called, what did I do? What happened? What's her response? Do you know less than 0.5% on this planet know about Ray's rules and tools? About what the 25-20% rule that I set up, that set up the credit bureaus in the beginning? Why the hell don't people want to know the truth? Why didn't they let me teach it to them? All right, I don't get it. It hasn't changed. You jack up your credit, you drop the damn score, you can't get no more? What the hell's wrong with people? And then on top of that, you use corporate credit instead. She used the wrong damn cards. So did you. I don't understand that. But she did guarantee the lease, and the restaurant failed. It filed bankruptcy. Since she guaranteed it, she was forced to file personal bankruptcy. She lost her home. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. Says, I didn't sign up for that, dear. I love you, but no more. See, the problem is like you today. You need a prenup and a postnup. I know that's a dirty word. My first marriage, Okay, I've always had a prenup and postnup because I made my first million at 14 and a half, double billion at 26. Okay, it's not a point, it's mine, mine, mine. All I put in my prenup and postnup is one thing. If I cheat, you get it all. You cheat, I get it all. My first wife cheated. Okay, broke my heart. I lost my $4 at a time. Sucks. But you know what happens in a prenup and a postnup? They sue me, they can't sue her. They sue her, they can't sue me. We separate liability. Your problem is we need to repackage your whole life because what you're doing is wrong, in my opinion. So yeah, I got a prenup and postnup with my current wife too. She does her business, I do mine. So let's understand, this woman lost her husband? That makes no damn sense because, oh, guess what? She used the wrong cards. Everybody has to do one thing. Please stop bringing the pain home. Do it my way for a while. Let's make you a money-making machine. You see, it's like when I give people credit, they kind of sit there all the time and goes, Gary sit there with 85,000 basic going, what do you do next? Kept saying, Gary, this is what I want you to do. Don't think, just do. It took me 6 months to get him off his assets. All right, over here we got Danny, 195,000. All right, here's Bill, 75,000. All right, simple. Carrie got 210, and then I turn them into money makers. Is that okay? So time is running out. Here's our problem. If we get money up to that 150 at the local bank, I'm going to call it checkbook money. They put it in your corporate checkbook. The bill's due in 45 days. You better bridge loan it. That means loan out the damn money or get your butt in escrow because the bill's coming due. But again, the hourglass is what? Running out of sand. We play the right way. All right, we're going to repackage your whole life. That's what we're going to do. If you want to partner with, we will, but everything has to be my way. That's right, my way or the highway. So let's say we get $100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor money. That's OPM. All right, it's Dun & Bradstreet. And what do we get to do? We get to basically take a picture now. Ready? Click. Here's our problem. All right, when they talk about tearing up credit cards and all this blah, 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 then so many people have shitty credit today because they had a no shit day. We have to understand you might be backed up over here. Why don't we get supply credit, turn it into cash, and then balance your debt? The world is always stealing from Peter to pay Paul, make Mary happy. You do this correctly. I got Billy $51,000 of credit. Okay, so you got to repackage. You please understand that. From there, we can sell on Amazon and eBay all the time. All right, you get properties. You flippity dippity doos. Oh goody, which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? I don't know. What do we put them on divisions? So the bad one, we get rid of it by disconnect, isolate, incorporate. See, your paycheck or what? Your house payment offsets it. Oh, Amazon, they didn't pay any tax on the first $10 billion. Why the hell would they pay tax? All right, why would you pay tax? Borrow money is not taxable. We get to play the right way. All right, it's kind of like Google today. The government's going to break their butts up because they're a monopoly. Monopoly. Hey, they sued Bill Gates 4 times. They indicted him. And they're in Apple's in an indictment now too. So is Google. So let's see what's going to happen. You see, let's rebuild you and let's go get the green spark card. 100,000 and 2 of them for 30. That's 160. We take the 160 times 9. That's what? $1 million? How about we get B of A? How about we do Wells Fargo? How about we do the Inc? How about the American Express? I only like 10 cards. I think the rest of cards suck. So here's 5 up to $5 million. What are we going to do now? We're going to go play at the bank. That's right, the bank. Let's understand something. This is Bank of America that'll give you up to $150,000 as long as you can answer the questions right. And I'm going to teach you how to talk and walk. Every conversation has a double interview. It's like my daughters. I tell them flat out, if you're ever going to date a man or date a person, nowadays you have to watch what you say. Very simple. You never go to dinner or lunch. You get an ice cream and a coffee. It takes a woman less than 5 seconds to know I like that turd or throw him away. Who the hell wants to sit and have dinner with the turd for an hour and a half? It's not worth the meal. So it's like the double conversation. Okay. So understand we got to play the game and win. Bank. Okay. The first question, how long you been in business? I've been 10 years. How long is your corporation? 3 years. Good. Sit down. If it's less than 2 years, go away till it is. All right. What's your projection of money? $1 million because I have divisions. So if we play it up to 150 in the banks, here's my 5 favorites. And that's only $5.4 million. You're not going to get any business in a storage unit, anything else, or apartment complex, anything they say without financing it anyway. Tear up your credit cards? Mark, I can't believe you even said that. Ramsey, I mean, come on. Okay, that's ridiculous, but what can I do? So let's go get the goodies and let's finance the American dream my way. Let's write down credit, loan, and money. Credit, loan, and money. What I put in my first system is a corporation, it's a management company. It manages a franchise. It manages an apartment complex. It sets a line of defense. The line of defense is financial freedom. What is our goal? 10,000 to 100,000 a month. Now, if you needed some extra credit tonight, it's very simple. Got to have a sales pitch in there. It's called a CTA. Call to action is 25,000 in credit. The office will charge you 10%. If you call them now, they give you a discount too. So if we did this correctly tonight, it's $1,875. And you can do it now, or call the office right away. Here's 50,000. Let's discount it for you because you took the time to be here and want to thank you as we can. Instead of 5,000, it's $3,750. $100,000 of credit, no problem. What are we going to do instead of 10,000? We're going to make it basically 7,500 bucks. So you're going to save some good money, and then you're going to finance the American dream. Don't forget, it's Zelle, Zelle, Zelle. Now. Zelle works. I like Zelle. See, your problem is you don't have your time. I think you don't have your time, and that's your biggest problem. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get up 2 hours earlier than you normally do. Set your alarm. Find your me time. That's your ultimate goal. We're going to make you a money-making machine. Is that okay? All right, I told you to take a picture of these. Very simple thing to do. Now, someone's going to drive you around. Look at all the goodies, and you got to ask yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself one question. Why don't you own them? Let's start collecting goodies, and let's finance it using corporate credit and write it all off. Isn't that the way to play? All right, so it's like coaching programs. Everyone in coaching gets a $750 and up to $1 million of credit. Happens all the time because they're stuck with me. From there, the blueprint call. I want you and your partner of life on the phone with me for an hour. I want to talk about past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly, tax liens, bankruptcies, family, corporations, divisions, irrevocable trust, planning to die, because we have to plan to live, car, house, auto income, cash flow for your time. A blueprint call with me for 1 hour with you and your partner of life is going to cost you $999. That's right. And I only have one opening right now anyway because I'm pretty sold out. So it's basically Zelle now. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to take $40,000 off of a card. $40,000 off of a credit card. What am I going to do? I'm going to go buy a storage unit? No, you don't have enough money yet. I'm going to go get that laundromat, that dry cleaners. I'm going to get $3,000 to $10,000 a month. And then I'm going to multiply by locations. Then I'm going to suck out all the equity and leverage that too. 100,000, maybe a storage unit. 250, maybe an apartment complex. See, no matter how we're going to do, we have to finance it. All right, let's look at every possibility to finance that dream to get a positive cash flow. That's called a boring business, by the way. When you go to the expo, I believe you're basically like a deer in the headlight. You're kind of stuck. Let's own it. Let's not basically run it. Would that be okay? So I'd like you to think about playing with me for 6 weeks in the beginning. We get you into 6 weeks coaching, you're stuck with me. Okay, the 1 hour blueprint, you and your partner of life. From there, I want to give you $25,000 in cash credit. I want you to get the expedited rapid refresh. I want to put you in all the workshops, level 1, 2, 3, and specialty classes. All right, this is normally about $12,000. We're going to cut it in half, and we're going to charge you $4,999 today. That's going to change your life. Pretty simple to do. From there, it's a Zelle. All right. Now, if you're going to get more serious about 3 to 6 months to a year, what do we have to look at is real estate, franchise, storage units. Those are the boring business I want you to play with, making money. All right. So all of a sudden here for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, we look at the IRS goal that says 5 million below a small company. So once you're in that coaching period, we're going to go towards 5 million. And what are we going to do? Fight to get the keys in your first location. Then do it again and again. That'd be okay? All right. What is our goal? Never to change, 10,000 to 100,000 a month. That should be the ultimate goal. We analyze people every day. From there, calls, workshops, all right? From there, all classes, and we have to do the rapid rescore too. What is the ultimate goal? Holding your hand, giving the right projections to creditors, increasing limits, talking to creditors with you for you, daisy chain credit, and getting up to $1 million. Would that be okay? If you want the 3 months, it's $8,000. All right. If you pay in full, you get 100,000 of credit. You put 1,000 down, you don't get any credit. All right. So that's how it works. If you want the 6 months coaching, you get 150,000 credit when you pay 15,000 in full, or 1,000 down, you don't get any credit. It's simple. From there, if you want the 1 year, it's $29.99, 30,000. And if you do this paid in full, you get 300,000 of credit. $1,000 down, all right, you don't get any credit and you work the payments. That's how it works, how we work, and we're going to get the American dream. All right, now, here's our problem. Some people, they want more. So that gets to a different level to get up to that. So we get to 5 to 10 million. That's what I think everybody should do anyway. The apartment buildings and the storage units, getting more money for the honey. So if you want, we're going to hold your hand every step of the way. Or we can partner with you and we'll go get the location with you and for you. Now, if we do it together, I'm going to want 25% of the ownership. You're going to get 75%. That's right. All right, because I'm going to build a credit to finance it anyway for you. Buckets of money. Let's think today. What I had to do to save credit is I had to loan out some money. So it's like anything else, $50,000. I can pay up to $500 a month. From there, $5,000, what, $50 a month? So if I want to finance it, to understand, all right, I think bridge loans make sense when you're getting some money and you're not ready to pull the trigger, put it in escrow. So take a picture. The brokers charge $2,000 setup. That's it. $5,000 in a bucket of money. You're getting $809 to $900 a month. All right, for 12 months, almost doubling the money. That can take the payment and make that and get all the goodies on top of it. 10,000, 25,000. So the goal would be what? Let's get some credit. Let's get some money. Let's loan it out. And this is where I created Cash Flow for You per time 47 years ago. Divisions, what do? Buckets of money. That's what I had to do to save credit. So my first one was 4.6 million, 41 divisions, 190,000 a month. The assets behind were $1.1 billion. So again, what do? We repackage ourselves to make money. That's the ultimate goal. So I wrote the book called Become the Bank. So the auto income for 100,000 a month. Okay, we focus on this type of business. It's what I'd like you to do. If you want, I'll even do the work with you or for you. This means if we went to that apartment complex, which way are we going to finance it? We're going to go after it in many ways because we have to finance. You can't pay $3 million in cash because that'd be killing money. Can you imagine paying cash for something that's killing money? All right, let's leverage to get more goodies going. So we put the 10% down and we negotiate that. What is our goal? That 13,452 is not enough. We want to basically understand how to split deed, all right, subdivide it, assignment of mortgage, and turn it to 76,800 a month for 30 years. We want to be the bank. Maybe we're going to finance on the corporate credit. Maybe it's a DSCR loans. Maybe it's a Section 8. Maybe what it is. Let's figure it out because we'll have it all set up anyway. How do we get the goodie? How do we become the bank? That's the ultimate goal. So it's like basically locations. My people know how to find locations. Location companies charge up to 100,000. We normally charge 25,000. If you're in coaching, we charge 5,000. And we're going to show you something I'm going to purchase. If you don't want it, I'm still going to buy it anyway. There it is. So we get to play, and that's how you get your first keys. You learn to play and get your hands dirty. So we're going to share that entity. If we do this and partner up, you're getting 75%. All right, your division is number 4. My division is 4A. And I get 25% because I'm using the credit I built you. We're going to share it, and I'm going to do all the work. And that's how I've been doing this since 1987, making millionaires and billionaires too. So he's going to get a certificate of ownership. It says, if you want that location now. Very simple to do. From there, what are we going to do? If you ever need to use a card, You can always email me you want to use a card. So now I get other people, Ray, I need more money. I want 250,000. Okay. Well, what do we look at? If we want 250, we should thinking about how we're going to get that what? We're going to fix up a piece of property. It's going to take some money. How do we get the money? Section 8 or money from that too. Okay. Storage unit. We're going to figure this out. We want 250,000. What do we look at? Well, American Express has a 250 blueprint loan. So does Chase. But then you have to have 100,000 in your bank accounts in and out of the bank account. You have to verify you. And the reality is, if you don't, what do we get to do? You partner up with me. I take your corporation as one of my divisions, and we use my bank account as I build it up for you and exercise your credit with me. What do? We verify. All right. To use my account, one of my accounts, 100,000 plus a month, I charge $5,000. When I get you the 250, I get 10%. Okay, that's how it works. So it's like their blueprint loan. That's nice. 250. Now, the gateway to get in there is basically understand, if you ever log into your business, basically platinum card, the blueprint loan's right there. We don't really want to go after it unless we have 100,000 a month coming in. If not, it's a small window. They tell you to come back in 6 months. So let's do it when we're ready to play. That would make more sense. But here's our problem. Each division multiplied. I always figure if I do a division for me under your corp and give it to you under your tax ID, it's yours now. We exercise the card and we make sure we understand we're partnering up. Okay, we're allowed to be partners in resolution. But if I get you one, don't you want 9 more? I mean, wouldn't you want $2.5 million of credit? Okay, to go get the American dream? Because it takes money to buy the honey? Simple. So again, we look at the blueprint loan. What do we charge to use our account tying in as a partner of you? $4,999 setup fee. When you get to 250, up to that, we're going to charge you 10%. All right, we're all upfront about everything that we do. Simple. It's a Zell. As we play the game, use a card, let us know. So I want you to understand today, you're going to have to do self-analyzation. If you have an LLC or C Corp, I'd like you to look at 1244, turn it into S for single filing. House payment's going to offset what? Okay, your income. Balance, I'd like you to break even in the beginning to $3 to $5 million. C Corp or LLC can become S under the 1244. What are we going to do? We're going to play the right way. So you don't have to pay almost no tax to what, $3 to $5 million. There's the goal. We get to the profit zone. Okay, I like that, but in the problem is most of you, I want Wyoming, I want Nevada. No, stop. Your state does not want you to circumvent them. You're going to incorporate your own state first. When you get to profit zone, then you'll have a Nevada Corp. Okay, when you get to profit zone. Nevada is known as the tax-free state. It's the only one I would pick as mama company. So we play and we become the bank. I wrote the book, Become the Bank, out of Nevada. Since in 2009, it was the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold 10 times more Nevada Corps than anybody on this planet to this day. So we can be the $1 million maker if you want. But that means we're going to have to learn to leverage some money. The reference of 3. The reference of 3, because the banks, when you have money, they give you more. You don't have any money, they give you no money. They don't even know your name. So we reference 3. We build a corporate umbrella. We daisy chain credit back and forth, and every division should be known as a bucket of money. Is that okay? Now, don't worry. The banks do have CDs for corporations. Heck, Chase has one for 30 days, 31-day CD. We can play every step of the way. All right, so what do? So the main thing for like you, I took one of our pastors of a church, a mega church in Los Angeles, when I got him 100,000 at US Bank. We put 75,000 in there, reference 3, made it 225 reference, and then the next one was $1,250,000. Borrow money's not taxable. And then he bought a couple of apartment complexes too. So if we play this correctly, you can become the $1 million maker if you want to. But will you do what you're asked to do? There's the goal. So let's understand. I can take 1,000, 5,000, all right, 10,000, 25,000, so 50,000, 75,000 and more. And what is the goal? See, as you make money, you're going to want to leverage it like Musk and other people do all the time. Borrow money is not taxable. If we take the borrow money and we buy the lifetime what? Income. That's real estate and franchise. You'll leave a legacy to your family, probably 100 million to $1 billion. You'll become the bank. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Right now, the banks bankrupt locations right from their taxes because you forgot we the people. You should have a corporation and a division of you. So you have more of you with no intent to do fraud. If banks and grocery stores and cities can do this, Sam's Club, Geico, the bottom line is what's wrong with you? You forgot you have the ability to basically what? Repackage you the right way. The goal is to stop bringing the pain home. Be a certified CFO, personal or business. And what do we get to do? All right, reprogram our brain to maintain our status. Always look behind the curtain, always. And the bottom line is understanding rules and tools. So we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, we get to play and use the rules and tools that God gave us as well. So if you want, you can call 800-254-9506. You can call people and talk to them right away. It's very simple as they do this today, and learn to play to get stuck with me some more. So if we do our best, God does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, never, never forget. Simple. God loves us all.